And welcome back. I'm Joel Richardson, the host of Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network. We have an action-packed morning. With us right now, an honored guest. It is Don Powell of Powell Energy and Solar. Check out his website at Powell Energy and spelled out solar.com. Don, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
Now,
I'm glad for the opportunity.
Yeah, well, absolutely. When people think about the energy business, it's not something you just wake up. How did you get started in that business?
Well, that's kind of an interesting story. I've been in the building business for most of my adult life, building houses, doing commercial buildings, doing condo renovations, that kind of thing. I guess probably in 2007, I put a solar system on my own house.
Okay.
I saw it coming. I thought it was a great idea, and it started working out so well for me financially that I decided that probably was something that other people might be interested in as well. So, and I kind of thought from a couple of points of view. I thought it was financially a good idea, also just sort of responsible and environmentally correct, and so that's kind of those things all kind of came together, and so I started trying to learn how to do it, and took some classes and studied, and eventually in 2009 actually transitioned totally into doing solar.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things where it's a go green initiative, right? But how the misconception out there when you think about it, and I hear a lot of people talking, is that solar panels and the solar business costs a lot of money. Is that true?
Well, I guess it's true in the sense that, for instance, like an automobile costs a lot of money.
Right.
Right. Okay. Most people don't have $40,000 in the mattress. But they have to have a car, right? And so they do whatever they have to do. They get a loan. They do whatever. The same thing with electricity. People are really not willing to turn the electricity off and sit in the dark, and not let the refrigerator go warm, and let the food rot. They're going to get electricity, so it's a matter of how they get it. There are ways to finance the solar system that, just like with a car,
right?
You can do it and make it affordable.
All right. So let's just say people out there listening, they're thinking about it. Walk us through, like, what do? They contact you?
Yeah. Usually, customer relationship starts out with people contacting us, and make a phone call, send us an email, whatever. And usually I'll get on the phone, or I'll have one of my people get on the phone and talk to them, give them a little basic idea, and then set up an appointment to go out and see them.
Yeah.
At that point, we go out to their home and do an assessment of the house and kind of decide for them, help them understand how their house will fit into the solar. Whether there's too much shade. Oftentimes we find people have shade issues and we have to deal with it. Other times houses are great; they sit out in the sun and there's no issues there. So but that's an assessment that we pretty much have to do on site. And then we talk to people about what their energy usage is.
Okay.
And try to understand their usage, their usage patterns, which helps us design a system that fits their needs.
So there's really not a cookie cutter way about it. You pretty much tailor a package to each individual, whatever they might need to a family.
Yeah, that's correct. There is no cookie cutter. Well, you need this size system and so forth and so on. It depends on their usage, on where their house faces, how their house faces, how big the roof is, and how much money they want to invest. So going solar is best thought of as an investment,
okay,
rather than as an expense. I said earlier that people are going to pay the money. They're going to pay the money to the utility company, or they can pay the money to themselves. It doesn't really matter, except they're going to benefit in the long run if they pay it to themselves.
Yeah.
But solar is an investment, and it has to be looked at that way.
Now, people that are listening out there in the Northeast, it's finally getting sunny out, right? It's
Right,
it's
yeah.
going to stop. So, is there a good time of year to start this up? The summertime's coming. It's sunny, or does the solar panel pretty much work year round?
They do. They work year round. It really doesn't make any difference. We work on a 12-month cycle because the days are shorter and the sun's lower in the winter. The sun's higher and the days are longer in the summer. But over 12 months, it all evens out. And we do our projections on the output of the system and how it's going to be designed and installed based on the whole 12 months of the year. So it really makes no difference at all what time of year they actually get into the deal.
Great. Well, we'll be right back with Don Powell of Powell Energy and Solar, and you're listening to The Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at alicia@whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
And welcome back. I'm Joel Richardson, the host of Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network, and we have Don Powell of Powell Energy and Solar. And check out his website at Powell Energy and spelled out solar.com. Before the break, Don, we were talking about some of the government incentives, and for all the listeners out there, why don't you just run through a little bit about that, what the government kind of has incentivized for solar energy?
Sure, that'd be great. First is the federal government. The federal government is going to give back anybody who puts a solar system on their house 30% of the cost, and that comes back as a tax credit. It's not a deduction, it's a credit, dollar for dollar, comes back off of your tax liability. So whatever the cost is, 30% of it comes back in your pocket as soon as you file your taxes. So that's the first big one. The second one is in the state of New Jersey for residential people. The state has set up a thing called a solar renewable energy credit for the act of making renewable energy. Has nothing to do with the actual electricity except for the quantity that you make. You receive these things called solar renewable energy credits, known as SRECs. Solar credits have had an interesting career over the past several years. They were very high. There were some political things that went on. They went down very low. They've recovered nicely at this point. They're up to about $280 a piece. Combine that with the fact that the cost of solar has probably decreased by almost 2/3 since the 2008-2009 timeframe. The solar credits are a significant piece of the financial repayment that a homeowner would receive for putting a solar system on their home. In addition to that, of course, the solar system produces electricity, and the customer gets to use that free. So that avoided cost, the cost that you don't have to pay PSE&G or Atlantic City Electric or whomever it might be, is the third piece of the puzzle, so to speak, of how you get repaid for the investment. So from a financial point of view, that if you add all that up, solar is a very, very financially lucrative investment.
So kind of spelling it out for all the listeners out there, when you think about it, not only are you going to get the tax break at the end of the year,
Right.
but you're also going to get paid for it, and you're going to be saving money because you're not going to be paying those electricity bills on a monthly basis. So just because they're putting up an upfront fee over the course of time, whether it be 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, they're going to make their money back plus some. Am I right?
Absolutely right. As I think I said earlier, we have some financial packages available. People can finance a solar system, say for 10 years, and looking at it from the adding up the avoided costs of the electric and the income from the solar credits, it more than pays for the loan, so the whole system becomes cash positive from the first day. So that's a real plus. People think, well, solar is expensive. Well, actually, it'll put money in your pocket every day, or every week, or every month, however you want to look at it.
And also, everyone wants to go green now. On your website, I saw that they get a cleaner energy. So is that what that's all about? It's
yes, right, exactly. Yeah. So solar is the sun shines every day and it costs us nothing. It doesn't pollute. It doesn't do anything except whatever we do. So if we make electricity from it, it's the ultimate clean. We don't have smokestacks, and we don't have nuclear waste to deal with, and we don't have all those things. We're basically making it out of whatever God gives us, and so it's a great thing for the planet.
And just as a reminder out there too, people, even though the summertime's coming up and the days are going to be longer, this solar system is working 365. Even though in the wintertime, when the days are shorter and the sun isn't as strong, the sun is still there, and you still are reaping the benefits of the system.
Absolutely. A system makes electricity every day, whether it's cloudy, whether it's rainy, whether it's sunny, doesn't matter. It makes less when it's cloudy, more when it's sunny, but nevertheless, it makes electricity every day for you.
And for anybody that's listening out there, once again, it's Don Powell of Powell Energy and Solar. Check out the website at Powell Energy and spelled out solar.com. He's right here in Delaware Valley, right here in South Jersey. When you call someone up, it's a local person. You don't have to call some 1-800 number and get an automated system. You're calling to speak to someone. Isn't that the best part about your business?
It is. We like to deliver personal service. We like to be involved with our customers, and we're there to support them and help them if anything should go wrong, or they have questions, or they have needs, or whatever. We're there, and that's one of the, I think, probably the biggest things that I've prided myself in business over the years is I try to give a real one-to-one personal service to all my customers.
And that's all you could ask for. We'll be right back with Don Powell of Powell Energy and Solar, and you're listening to The Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, Visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Welcome back. I'm Joel Richardson, host of Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network. Once again, we have Don Powell of Powell Energy and Solar. Don, for all the listeners out there, they're now seeing a bunch of pictures of your business. Right. Do you want to just kind of walk us through
Sure.
what these pictures are?
Sure. I'll be happy to give you a little bit of explanation of what they are and what they show. The first one here, this is a church that we did in Medford, New Jersey. This supplies probably 50% of the church's electricity. So it's at the end of Hartford Road, and we've done 11 churches through the state, throughout the state, and sort of a charitable initiative kind of thing. So it's an interesting thing. We were able to do that for the church and give them a basically free electricity.
And that's pretty much it. It's for the solar energy, anyone, business or personal, can be eligible.
Absolutely. Second one here is a personal residence. As you can see with this one, there are solar panels on the garage roof. In addition to that, there's a couple of solar thermal panels which do supply electric or hot water rather for the home. So the sun makes the hot water as well as the electricity to run the house.
Right. And I see you kind of put the solar panels. I guess you kind of dictate which side of the roof it goes on based on the position of the sun. Yeah,
we try to get them facing as close to south as possible.
Okay.
That's the best orientation for the panels. Right. They get the most sun that way. And this is a picture here of one of our crews installing panels on the roof. You can see they use safety equipment, harnesses, so forth. We try to make sure that everybody is as safe as possible. Working on the roof can be dangerous to the workers, so you have to be very careful and make sure that everybody's observing safety rules and so forth. And this is a picture of customers. Actually, what they're doing is they're looking at their electric meter running backwards. So when the solar is making electricity off the roof, your electric meter actually goes backwards,
yeah,
instead of forward. So instead of charging you money, it's reducing your bill. And so you can kind of see they're pretty happy about that. And I think most everybody is. It was kind of funny when we put the solar system on our own house. For about the first week, my wife and I go out at noontime and look at the meter and kind of dance and go, yeah, go. So the meter was spinning backwards, and we loved it.
Because I'm a gullible man. Unfortunately, I'm the son of my mother. Does the meter actually go backwards?
Yeah, it actually does.
Oh, yeah.
It actually goes backwards.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
No, it goes backwards. It runs, a little wheel that goes around like this. When you have the solar system, it goes backwards.
Yeah. So once again, thanks for coming on. And what's the best way to people to get a hold of you?
Best way to get a hold of me is either to go to my website, it has all my contact information, or you can call my office. It's 856-380-0709, or people can email me at don@powellenergyandsolar.com.
I already said it before, but Don, we really appreciate you coming on. I'm Joel Richardson of the Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network. Thanks so much for tuning in.